Planning to save more money by spending less this year, making it a goal to lose weight by working out every single day. Maybe it's planning to give up smoking for good. These are some of the most common New Year's resolutions people make every year, but many folks won't stick with them. Studies show 80% of New Year's resolutions fail by mid-February. Andrew Farah is a psychologist with Novant Health. He says one of the most common reasons people fail to stick with resolutions is simply their mentality.
I feel bad about myself, therefore I'm going to change X, Y, and Z. You want to say, I want to enhance myself, I want to feel better. The mistake a lot of people make is it comes from a negative space within a positive space. And we know that a little bit of self-criticism is motivating, but a lot of it will drag you down. And people are more likely to accomplish things with a positive mindset rather than one of criticism.
Farah says the best ways to stick with a resolution is to write it down or share your goals with someone you trust. This will help you to be accountable. Set realistic expectations. It has to be something you can actually accomplish. Create a timetable and measure your progress. So instead of saying I'm going to lose 20 pounds, say I'm going to lose a pound a week, so you have a way to measure that goal. This will help to track your progress. And lastly, carve out time.
So I can't tell you the number of people that want to tell me they wanted to accomplish something, but they just didn't change their lifestyle enough to make the time for it. And it's sort of like sometimes you just have to stop what you're doing and go to the gym, or stop what you're doing and write that chapter, or what you want, whatever your goal is. Because again, that's another mistake, is people don't change the lifestyle to accommodate this new learning or this new process.
So I asked you on Facebook what tends to keep you from accomplishing your goals, and we got a lot of responses. Clifton Alexander says procrastination and fear. Scott Lynch says distractions and procrastination. A lot of folks said procrastination. Brittany Wall wrote lack of confidence. Joy Mott, self-doubt. Michael Sutton, honestly, the people you surround yourself with. Elizabeth Orlean says fear of failing, and Ronnie Berry wrote myself. A lot of people wrote themselves as well. I know for me that carving out time was important for me with the goals I set last year, because every year I say, oh, I want to lose a few pounds, I want to go to the gym. And I'm one of those people that will go hard for a period of time, but then life gets in the way. So last year when I made that a goal, I signed up for a class, a gym that I go to, and I just said, I'm going to go at least 4 days a week, 6 a.m. I'm just gonna go.
Is it one
even
of those,
when I don't feel like it?
Do we have this discussion where it's one of those gyms where you have to pay if you don't go?
Yes.
Or something?
Okay.
Yes.
So I'll put that in there. So my gym charges me if you don't show up. So basically,
no.
I get a little charge. So that's more that motivation. So when my alarm goes off, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm tired, but I'm like, oh, I don't want to get that charge.
That's
yeah.
right.
Let me get out of the bed and go. But they do that as an accountability factor.
Yeah, it's
That's a great idea.
Yeah. You say that now, but when you get that charge, you're like, why did they do this?
It's not
getting up early, because I try to do it before I go to work, because when I come home, it's kid duty, right?
Yeah.
And my hardest thing is making myself go to bed on the nights before I'm going to work out at a good hour, because I like staying up late and watching a little TV, but you're exhausted if you get up, because I have to get up, help the kids get ready to get off school, and I try to work out at 7. And that, to me, that's really early. I can't say that because some people here get up at like 5:30.
Yeah,
but,
our producer.
Tough. Yes,
Yeah.
that's who I was thinking of.
I would say mine is always excuses. I always can think of an excuse for everything. That's something that my husband was like, you literally will find an excuse for whatever. And I'm like, well, I guess that's how my mind works. But, you know, I really want to get back into the gym after having a baby. I want to get, you know, back into shape and everything, and I just keep thinking of excuses. Well, I'm too tired. Oh, well, I have to stay late today at work.
Tomorrow's a big day.
Or you know, well, I really just want to spend more time with Baylor. I feel like they're all valid excuses, right? But I just come up with excuses.
There's a way to make it happen. I like what he said about writing it down and finding a way to measure it, because I know saving is also another one of mine, and I'll start off by like, oh, I'll take this much out of this paycheck, or I'll take this much. But then if you could come up with a way to like, I'm gonna take this amount every paycheck and not even think about it. Or there's accounts you can set up to where that's automatic.
That's what I was
That
gonna
will
say.
help instead of just coming up with random, you know,
I'll tell you
things
another
to
thing
say.
to do is you're talking about budgeting and saving and those goals. Take what you want to spend out for the next 2 weeks out of your paycheck in cash.
Oh,
and
yeah.
keep that with you, or and then take little bits to where whatever, and that's all you can spend. Then you see your money going down instead of just numbers on a machine. And that makes a big difference.
I have a friend who recently said that they were doing this program with a group of friends where they took different envelopes. So it's like they have a certain number of envelopes for each week, and you increase the amount of money that you put in it, and you can see what you've saved over time.
Nice.
So I was like, that sounds like a good idea.
Some good advice there. Think about that. Talk to us on Facebook. We'll be right back.